Find the equation of the line in the form y equals mx plus b for each of the following sets of conditions. In part A, the conditions are that the slope is $1,400 per year and the line passes through the point 10 years, $12,000. We're given the slope, we're given a point, so let's recall the point-slope form of a line. It's y is equal to m times the quantity x minus x1 plus y1, where m is the slope and x1, y1 is a point on the line. So for part A, the equation of the line is y is equal to the slope, 1,400, times the quantity x minus the x-coordinate of the point, which is 10, plus the y-coordinate, which is 12,000. In order to write the equation in the form y equals mx plus b, we need to make sure that we have y isolated and then the right-hand side simplified so that it's a number times x plus a constant. We have y isolated, but we don't have a number times x plus a constant. So let's go ahead and simplify the right-hand side. Y is equal to 1,400x, we're distributing the 1,400 through the parentheses, minus 14,000 plus 12,000. Okay, finally combine the two constant terms together and we end up with y is equal to 1,400x minus 2,000. So now it's in the form y equals mx plus b, where m is 1,400 and b is negative 2,000. In part B, the conditions are that the line is parallel to 2y minus 7x equals y plus 4 and passes through the point negative 1, 2. For this one, we need to recall that parallel lines have the same slopes. So our strategy will be to find the slope of the given line and then use that slope and the point on the parallel line to find its equation. So for B, let's start off with our given line. Okay, we're given 2y minus 7x is equal to y plus 4. In order to find the slope of this line, we can rewrite the equation so that it's in slope-intercept form. If we have y equals mx plus b, then the coefficient of x, the m, is the slope. So let's subtract y from both sides. That will give us y is equal to, and then add 7x to both sides. We'll get y equals 7x, and leave our 4 there, plus 4. Y equals 7x plus 4. We can see that the coefficient of x is 7. That means that the slope of the given line is 7. So now we can find the equation of the parallel line. Okay, since the slope of the given line is 7, we know that the slope of the parallel line is also 7. We also know that the parallel line passes through the point negative 1, 2, so we're going to go ahead and use the point-slope form. We have y is equal to the slope 7 times x minus the x-coordinate of our point. X minus negative 1 is equivalent to x plus 1, and then plus the y-coordinate of the point, which is 2. When we simplify this, 7 times x is 7x, 7 times 1 is 7, and 7 plus 2 is 9. So the equation of the line is y is equal to 7x plus 9. In part C, the condition is that the equation is 1.48x minus 2.00y plus 4.36 is equal to 0. So in this case, all we need to do is to rewrite the equation in slope-intercept form. We need to isolate and get the y by itself. So let's first of all rewrite the equation. 1.48x minus 2.00y plus 4.36 is equal to 0. So let's go ahead and take away 1.48x and 4.36 from both sides, and that will give us negative 2.00y is equal to negative 1.48x minus 4.36. And then in order to get y by itself, we'll need to divide each side of the equation by negative 2. So we're going to divide each part by negative 2. On the left-hand side, we get y is equal to, I'm going to use a calculator to divide negative 1.48 by negative 2. That comes out to be 0.74. So we get 0.74x, and then divide 4.36, negative 4.36 by negative 2, and we get 2.18. So y equals 0.74x plus 2.18 is in the form y equals mx plus b, where m is equal to 0.74 and b is equal to 2.18.